buzzer beater, do it all now. All now, top corner talking home run. Touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now. All now, top corner like all in. Lit the fire when you doubted, now I'm all in. Put me with the best, bring the stars in. Undefeated mode, no falling. Doubted when I lost, slide back when I win. Fade and pay the cost, but I rose so thick and thin. Battles and the scars, see them on my skin. They tried to knock me out, but I'ma fight it to the end. And there's no days off. I'm just resting up a little, know it pays off. I'm just stuck up.
And welcome back to Super Sports Media, Gridiron, Roundtable, Week 3.
Week three.
I can't believe it's Week 3. We were just talking about that just a second ago. Can't believe it's Week 3 already. We're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm your host, Richard DeLeon, and I'm here with my guys.
Your number one Sooner fan in South Texas, Chad Foster, here with.
It's your boy Tally, sports reporter for the Southwest Dragons and the Steel Knights. Bringing it home. Let's go.
Man, that's a lot on your plate.
Nah, it's just a little bit.
You can handle a lot more, can't you?
Exactly. I want more. My cup is not even runneth over yet.
Well, hey, you know what? It's about to get busier because guess what? High school football is in full swing now.
Yes, it is.
College football is in full swing, and the professional game is about to be in full swing. So let's just jump into it. High school. What did we see last weekend?
The Peanut Butter Bowls.
Yes, sir. I know we were all at Johnson and
games.
Judson.
Whoa.
Yeah, Thursday night we were.
Thursday night we were at Johnson Judson.
We covered 4 games total.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
we were at 3 games on Friday.
Yep.
Yeah. Thursday night we were at Johnson at Judson.
Yeah.
And Johnson flexed their muscle that night, didn't they?
Rashawn Hurt.
Yep.
Remember that name?
Yep.
Tell me about
Rashawn
tell me.
Hurt.
I know he's a stud, but tell us what you think about him, Coach.
I like him. He 2 touchdowns?
Yes.
I think he had was
67 yards on 12, I think. Something like that.
I think I blew it on one of his. Did I blow it on one of his touchdowns? He was coming right at us in the end zone. And
Yes, we did.
we were there.
You were supposed to. That was your fault right there.
Yeah.
And that would have been the shot of a lifetime. Coming right at us.
That would have been it. That would definitely been it.
Because I got the one on the opposite end where he actually reached over and scored a touchdown. Yeah, Johnson flexed a lot of muscle that night. Aaron Crawford had a 67-yard run. They defense at the first half of that game. I don't even know if Judson got over the 50-yard line.
Johnson has a lot of speed.
Yes,
I noticed they're fast. They're fast. And by the way, all the photographs that you're seeing on our website, on Facebook, Instagram, all the different social media websites, that's our man Chad Foster taking a lot of those photos, most of them, and they're great action photos.
Great shots.
Yeah, great shots.
He went 12 carries for 68 yards, 3 touchdowns, not 2, 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
And we missed one of them.
Oh man,
we were right there. We were watching it, and I said, "Get this one." And he looks at me like, "What? You get it?"
I was in my phone trying to tweet, and I was doing something on Facebook or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was just excited about.
I was excited about watching the run, and
it was
such a beautiful run.
It was a great run, and he ran right at us too. He came right at us. It's like
he even flexed a little bit in front of us. I said, "Man, that would have been a great shot."
Been so old.
We blew it. I blew it.
No, we're a team, so we all did it. But that would have made us. Hey, that would have put us on the map.
Yeah.
So that video right there could have been our intro for every time we did it. You know what I'm saying? Every intro, him rushing right at the cameras.
You know the good thing about it?
What's that?
We have another chance to do it all over again and get a better shot next time. So.
Yes. Well, I got in trouble at my game. They had these 2 pylons, these 2 orange little pylons right there in the off part of the field. So at Southwest, they don't really want you to stand in between those. And so, of course, you know me. I didn't know that. No one,
But you're like the king of Southwest. So, I mean, come on.
I'm just a reporter. That's all. Just a measly old reporter. Just trying to report.
I think
that game was great, too, by the way.
I think 1604, there's a street right there on 1604. Aren't they going to rename that Eric J. Talley Parkway?
Well, you know, we do have a Tally Road over there on the, the west,
They do.
the northwest side of town. That would be nice. But let's hear about your game first, because
You mean Smithson Valley
Yes.
against Roosevelt? Roosevelt
Yes.
traveled all the way to Smithson Valley. There was a rain delay. They had lightning within 8 miles, but it was supposed to start at 7. It started about 7:40, 7:30.
and this is a
7:40.
Friday game.
Friday
correct?
night, yeah.
Right.
And I got to tell you, Smithson Valley, their defense is going to be off the charts. Roosevelt had no room to breathe.
Yeah.
There was no breathing room.
Yeah.
I mean, I would call out some offensive players for Smithson Valley, but truth be told, they had short fields all night long.
Yeah.
And then they took out their starters.
Yeah.
And they put in their second string, and they were equally as dominant. So
Right.
our friend of the show, Caden Leak,
Mm-hmm.
had a sack, 4 tackles for loss, and 2 passes broken up, all by halftime because the starters didn't play in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good stat line for one half of play.
That is. That is.
So I'm
I'm a little disappointed though, because didn't you tell me he was going against a kid that was highly recruited after right now?
he was going
football?
after Caden Scott
Okay.
from Roosevelt. He's a
He was
4-star.
lined up against Caden Scott.
Yeah, he was
right?
lined up against Caden Scott. 2027 4-star out of Roosevelt. He's got offers all over the place. He's got offers.
Can you name a few just to kind of
Arkansas, Texas Tech, U of H, Ole Miss, the Longhorns in Texas there, TCU, Tennessee, Texas A&M, UTSA, UTEP, Ohio State. 2 teams playing against each other last week. He's got both of them. North Carolina, Boston College, North Texas, Auburn, Oklahoma State, Nebraska,
Okay, I just said
SMU,
A few. I just said a few. You rolling
Arizona State.
You rolling the whole list
Stanford.
out.
We're gonna have to
Keep
do it all.
going and
That's so
going
impressive.
and
You got
going.
to look at all those schools, and he's
Yeah.
here in San Antonio. We're gonna try to get him on the show
Yeah.
because because he's, like I said, he's a big boy. He's like 6. You
Yeah.
can tell he's like 6'6", 6'7".
Right.
He's got good feet. I
Right.
mean, I think he's a 2027 as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
I mean, so I'm sure those offers he's going to get more as the
Right.
year
Oh yeah,
goes on.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. What about your game, Chad?
I went to the number 3 Brennan at number 9 Reagan. It was a good game. It was a nail biter through the. Brennan kind of dominated the first half. Reagan fought back. Then it became a 1 touchdown game towards the end. Reagan scored, and then driving, trying to win the game. Quarterback got injured, got thrown on his head. Kid came from the sideline, got a penalty on that one. Ended up killing their field position to where they ended up turning the ball over and losing the game. But Reagan fought really hard in that game, but Brennan was just too much.
And Brennan's what are they, number 2
3.
and number 2 and 6A or no?
They're number 3 in the city. So
Who's number 1 is Steele.
Number 1 Steele, number 2 Smith and Valley, number 3 Brennan in the city, and they're number 2 and 6A in the city. So
Yeah. So number 2 and number 3 playing this week. But before we talk about that, how did the game go at Southwest?
Listen, first, let me look in the camera here. Harlandale, I apologize. I disrespected you. I did. Because I said, who's Harlandale? Remember, I re-looked at the show, and I was very disrespectful. So I am so sorry. And again, I will not ever disrespect another team when it comes to high school football, and it doesn't matter who Steele's playing or Southwest Dragons. Hey, that was a great game all the way to the last 1 minute and 12 seconds. That's what the game came down to. So what happened was, again, very smash mouth football from both sides. I mean, they're just trying to impose their will on each other. And they were just, like literally running the ball up the gut. They had opportunity to bust it on the outside, but just trying to run it up the gut and establish that field domination. And
I've known Coach Justin Lozano from Harlandale.
Harlandale, yeah.
He's the head coach.
Yeah.
He used to be a coach at Stevens High School, an assistant coach, and I expect nothing less from him. He's going to have those guys ready to fight. And they're going to play hard for him. They're going to play hard for him every week.
So Southwest started off, they scored first, touchdown pass to our guy, Javon Means,
Mm-hmm.
first touchdown right there.
That's
I
my
saw
guy.
it. Of course, I missed it. You know, I wasn't filming. I was sitting there just.
By the way,
running my mouth.
that's my guy. That's one of my favorite players in the city right now.
Yeah, Javon Means, 2027, makes the touchdown. They're up. Just kind of going back and forth. Get to the second quarter. Second quarter, Harlandale just starts to. The quarterback got hurt, I believe, but then they just would change up the quarterback and just how they playing. They put a bigger quarterback in. He just starts dominating. He's pushing the pile, and to me, they had the momentum going into the halftime. And then it became pretty much just, hey, who comes out first and wants to impose their will? It was Harlandale. Harlandale came out and they took the lead, and Southwest was playing from behind a little bit. And like I say, the last 2 minutes, just the guy that we awarded the player of the game, Dorian Moxley, came out and popped outside, got like a 48-yard run. Wound up ending the game with I'm trying to put my notes up here. I think with
87 yards.
No, 60. He got 60. 7 carries. No, you're right, Chad. 7 carries with 87 yards. He got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
12.6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
That's
and again, he did his thing. It was definitely a team effort, but it just was truly, again, it was a great game. And I'm not gonna fib to you. Got to the last 2 minutes, I was worried. I said, man, I don't know if we have it. Yes, I said we. Southwest Dragons.
What's really amazing is I love the way you color coordinate.
Yeah, I have
shoes and your
shirt. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So at the same time,
hometown.
Got to make sure we represent Southwest. And but before you know it, that 2 good runs and he springs 48 yards, touchdown, 2-point conversion, ball game. They had a chance, but
right.
And Southwest gambled. Didn't kick the field goal for the tie.
Went
for 2 to win the game.
They went for 2 to win the game.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they were down by 1.
Mm-hmm.
2 won the game. And so hey man, that was a great move.
That was a difference, yeah.
It was it was good.
And if you want to meet Mr. Moxley, he's on the interview that will air after this at 9:00 tonight.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So
that was my exciting weekend for football as far as high school.
So you're saying they coach to win. They don't
Yes.
coach not to lose.
Oh no, they're not coaching to lose. They're coaching to win.
They're coaching to win.
Every game.
Yeah.
And it's all about who's winning the trenches.
Mm.
Yes, that's man. It was
It's a street fight in there.
yes, it was. It was.
With the Brennan and Reagan game, there was a lot of between tackles runs and
Really?
see who had the power.
Right. Hey man, I guess I'm the only one that just wanted to hey man, let's just pop this out and let's get that run. Let's get a sweep or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then they did try Southwest did try a pitch and didn't work. So that's probably why they so smash mouth.
You gotta love the smash mouth. You gotta love football to love that kind of game, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But we got some more good ones this weekend.
Yeah, we do.
Chad, you'll be at Smithson Valley at Brennan.
Yes, I'll be at Brennan tomorrow.
You and Dylan will be there.
Yeah, tomorrow night I'll be there with the Brennan game. Smithson Valley coming to town. That's going to be 2 versus 3 in the city. That's going to be a really good game.
It's gonna be a knockdown drag out. That's the game of the week here in San Antonio for sure. You got 2 heavyweights, slugging it out. Can't wait for that one.
That'll be the Thursday night lights game. They're supposed to be there for that one, from what I hear.
And it's a good game for them to be at. I'll be at Laredo United South at O'Connor on Friday night.
Okay.
Looking forward to watching O'Connor play. Last week they lost the final snap of the game to Brandeis.
Right?
Yeah. Apparently there was an interception in the end zone that sealed it. They were on the goal line. They were on the goal line and they were going for the win and it just fell short. So I'm sure they're hungry to change their fortunes this weekend. So I know Laredo United South. I mean, those Laredo teams always come ready to play.
Scrappy teams.
So I'm expecting that one to be a physical game as well.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that one. Then you'll be at Piper and Johnson.
Yes, another big game for the weekend. Number 11 versus number 6. last year. Piper got Johnson when they played at Piper. Johnson's
Looking for revenge.
Yep, a revenge game here. And then, but Piper's loaded. It's going to be a really good game.
We got to get Bryson hydrated this weekend.
Yes. Bryson's got to get hydrated for sure. But yeah, the
let him know I said that. Let him know I said he needs to hydrate.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Piper's bringing in. They've got brothers that are quarterback receiver. I know one of the corners that played with my son for a long time in Taifa football is one of the number 3 or 4 corners in the city right now. Mm-hmm. That's a 26. So Piper's a loaded team. It's going to be a real dogfight.
And there's some loaded teams all around the area here.
There's some good football this year in San Antonio area for sure.
Yeah. And then I guess who do you got this weekend, Coach?
Steele and Reagan. Yeah, so I'm still waiting on my pass to get approved. You don't get a pass approved. We're not going anywhere.
You don't need a pass.
Yes, I do.
That's your home.
No, we're not doing that. We're not reporting. We can't report. We ain't going. I'll sit at home and watch that TV and watch a game, man. If I don't get my stuff approved.
Well, I'll say that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Even though I think Steele has all the makings of a team that's going to play all the way to the last weekend. Yeah, I think Reagan has a chance to put up a fight and maybe even get an upset. You never know.
You think so?
Yeah. That's why they play the games.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, of course they play them because they want to see. But you think that one they have
every high school team at the very beginning of the season should be thinking, this is our year.
Chance.
This is our year. Every high school team. If you're not thinking this is our year, why are you playing? So Reagan, I get it. Steele is number 1. Reagan, go in there and play your hearts out.
But people really know when it's not your year. You know it's not your year. You don't have to say it's not.
Not at all.
You don't have to say that.
There's not a coach in San Antonio that's not telling their boys that we can go down there and kick the door in.
Fans.
Yeah.
There's not a coach in San Antonio. I wore this rubber band every time Tally talks about the Cowboys. I'm gonna snap myself.
I don't think it's gonna be the other way around. I'm supposed to have the rubber band, and every time I say the Dallas Cowboys,
I'm hoping you have some mercy on me.
But then I won't mention them again. I'll mention one more time in probably a later segment.
But I mean, right?
I agree with you.
Yeah, every team.
I like that little quarterback at Reagan. Yeah. That kid's tough. Brennan bounced him. I mean, the last play where the kid came off the sideline, he got picked up and body slammed on his head.
Right. Yeah.
And he was ready to go back in, but they took him out because I'm sure it was concussion protocol. But that little he's a tough little running quarterback, dual threat quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, anything can happen.
Yes.
This is our year. Reagan.
Who
Brennan,
says that?
Steele.
No. Steele and Southwest don't say that. They don't say it's our year.
If you're number 1 in the city,
we know if we're ready.
You're number 1 in the
we're
city,
not saying it's our year.
It's our year. If you're number 1 in the city, you're thinking this is our year.
This is not our year.
This is our year.
Say that.
Every team should be thinking that. Every team. If you're not thinking that, why are you putting the pads on? Why are you snapping the chin strap on? Well, if you're not going to think it's our year.
Okay.
I never walked into a game that I thought I was going to lose.
I believe.
Did I lose? Yeah, but I didn't go in there thinking I'm going to lose.
Well, I think our special guest is ready. Is he mic'd up for us yet, Vic?
Yeah, we got him backstage here. So if you're ready, we can bring him on.
Let's bring him on.
Ask him if it's his year this year.
Go ahead, Chad. I'll let you introduce the young man because first, let's all say hello. Hello, young man. What's going on?
What's going on?
All right. We can hear you.
Sir.
How you doing, Mr. Hurt?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. So introduce yourself.
I'm Rayson Hurt, running back for San Antonio Johnson High School.
Awesome. We watched you last week. You had a good game.
No, he had a phenomenal game.
Game. Yeah, I'm trying not to.
No, I'm gonna hype him up. I'm gonna let him know. They couldn't stop you, young man.
Well, we you know what? We were having a little discussion before you came on with us. At the beginning of the season, it's fresh. Is this your year?
Yes, sir.
Is this your year to go all the way at Johnson?
Yes, sir.
I know y'all saying that. Y'all saying, "Hey, this is our year." You're saying it just like that. You're using those words.
This is our year.
This is our year. Are you saying it that way? Or are you just saying, "Hey"?
I'm saying it's our year this year.
Okay.
See, every team, right? You got to go. Would you even put your helmet on if you thought you were going to lose?
No, sir.
There you go.
Right.
I don't even have to say
I'm not saying no more, man. You kind of you sending me down that rabbit hole. Well, look, we watched you play this past weekend, and we thought you had a phenomenal game, and we wanted to just get you on and let just get in your head a little bit or ask some questions like what was going through your head as you guys just played that game and you guys just dominated the whole game. Like, was it any part of the game where you just was like, we're gonna let off a little bit?
No, so I didn't think we would let off at all. Like, that never came across my mind. We all went out there with the same mindset. Coach tries to put in our head, like, if we all have the same mindset, we can go out there and beat anybody, really. So if we went out there and executed, everybody stayed positive, we know that we were going to do pretty good.
You didn't do just pretty good. You had, like Coach Talley said, you had a phenomenal game.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
us, what's it like to go out there and have the type of game that you had last Thursday? Because what do you have, 3 touchdowns?
Yes,
yeah, 3 touchdowns. Tell us what's going through your mind when you're scoring not touchdown number 1, not touchdown number 2, but you're scoring number 3.
It was really nice because that was my debut, so I feel like that was kind of my time to just go out there and show everybody what I can do. So it felt really nice during those moments.
I bet.
Well, I'm gonna let you know we fumbled the ball because that one touchdown you ran right at us. Do you remember us sitting right there on the bleachers and you ran straight at us? It's like you flexed on us. Do you remember that?
I do, yes, sir.
That was number 2. We fumbled the ball on that because we didn't have no video cameras out. We didn't film that, but that would have been a great intro. We'd have used you to intro to have every intro for our show. So we apologize. We fumbled on that. We fumbled the ball on that, man, and we apologize.
That was a great run too.
That was a great run.
Thank you.
Great job. Can I answer a question?
No.
So let me ask you this. The way you run the ball, you're very creative. You find the holes and you use them. But there was a few times where you bounce out. When you get to that edge, what are you thinking as you're trying to get to that edge?
Really just follow my blockers, my receivers, because especially during Judson, you press inside, all the linebackers crash down, which outside was wide open, and the corner takes care, or the wide receiver takes care of the corner. So if you make one man miss, which was the safety, then you should be touchdown all day. So
they say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Is that the way you feel?
Yes, sir.
That simple. Yes, sir.
So what is your GPA?
Right now I'm at a 3.4.
Okay. And how are the offers looking for you?
Right now I currently have
like that. We don't want to put you on the spot like that. We just get in conversation.
Yes, sir. So currently right now I have 2 from UTSA and Lamar, but from last week I've had a couple coaches just hit my phone, set up a couple calls.
Okay. So have you did any recruiting tours yet? Have you went to any schools and actually utilized your allowed 2 visits?
Last week I had a visit with, or not a visit, I had a game day visit with Texas State, so it was cool to go out there and just see a little bit of the facility and what they got going on over there.
Okay.
Do you have any more official visits scheduled this year?
No, sir, not yet.
How long have you been playing football?
I started when I was 5. I was in Little League flag football.
What was the team name?
It was called the Predators. It was here in San Antonio.
Yeah, Taifa football.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're a Predator in heart, huh?
Yes, sir.
You don't wear your lucky socks or anything like that, do you?
I did in middle school, but that's kind of over.
Usually the defender is the predator, and the offensive player is the prey. But when he plays,
he made sure. Yes.
When he played, when we watched him against Judson, he looked like the predator running the ball, man. So who do you pattern your game after? Like what player do you look up to that you pattern your game after?
I would say Bucky Irving. Every day, game day, I watch his highlights all throughout school, at lunch and stuff before the game. So I would say him.
That's a good one. I could see that.
Yeah.
You got any pregame rituals you do?
Music's one. I go to school, probably just have my headphones on and stuff, just listen to music, just trying to stay calm, limit the distractions all day, just stay focused on the game.
So if I grab your iPhone, I'm sure you have an iPhone.
Yes, sir.
Give me 5 artists or give me 5 songs that you bump on game days.
5 artists. I would say Probably NBA YoungBoy #1. He always gets me.
Okay, yeah.
During school, I just do Drake because he's chill, kind of more relaxed.
Hello, I got it. I get it. Keeps you out of trouble that way, right? You don't want to get too hyped, too excited, right?
Yes, sir. I would say 3, Lil Baby.
Okay.
4, kind of like an underground rapper. His name's Trey Loaded.
Okay.
And then 5. Ooh. Probably Lil Durk.
Lil Durk. Okay, that's a good one.
But you can't overlook. You got a good one this week, right, Piper?
Yes, sir. I'll be definitely a good game.
So tell me. So you got the breakdown of that. So how does that game look for them?
Yeah. What are you thinking with this game coming up with Piper?
I think it'll be a really good game. Just watching the film and stuff. But we got a good week of practice. The coaches are implementing some good plays. So I think if we go out there and do what we do, we should dominate.
I love it.
Now, not asking for any strategies as far as, what you're going to do, your game plan strategy, but what is coach kind of strategy-wise getting you guys mentally prepared for this week? Is it any particular players he's like, hey, you need to watch for number 14, the receiver or a slot, or is it just much everything is even kill the same?
They have pretty good D linemen. They're really, really fast secondary-wise. They fly to the ball. So if we just go out there, be physical, everybody does their assignment. Is just probably what our strategy is. Start the game off physical.
And you run the ball physical too. So you have an opportunity to be a tone setter.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So first carry of the game, you get to set the tone. How does that feel? Because I could tell Johnson runs their offense through you. So they're relying on you to set the tone. So how are you going to set the tone this week?
We just go out there, be physical, lay a couple big hits, so they know like what the rest of the game is gonna look like.
Now you don't play both sides of the ball, do you?
No, sir.
Okay.
What he means by that is in the third quarter, you want those defensive backs to be making business decisions.
Exactly.
Do I want to hit this guy?
I want to tackle him.
Do I want to tackle
this guy?
And
I think that's what happened at the Judson game. Because by the third quarter, I don't think anybody wanted to tackle you anymore. I think that's when you got your last touchdown, wasn't it? The third quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, sir. I think I had 3 going into halftime.
You did know what you did because they didn't run you anymore. I remember now. Yeah, you're right. They tried to pass. Y'all switched to a passing attack, if I'm correct, in the second half, right?
Yes, sir. We tried to air the ball.
Aaron came in the second half, correct?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, you did. I talked to your coach.
Aaron had a big run,
and he said that you didn't have any more runs after that. So yeah. Y'all ran it up. How did it feel running it up like that? As far as not you per se running up, I'm just saying how when you guys win like that, is that something you guys looking forward to this year? Making a statement, getting ready for the Austin games because Austin's our kryptonite right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're looking forward to it a lot. Our offense, we have a pretty good offense. Our defense does a great job at getting turnovers, getting us the ball back. So running up the score like that should be like that most of these games. All of them, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because you guys had that first touchdown was pretty quick after the turnover at Judson.
Yes, sir. It was.
Okay.
So we're not gonna put you on the spot with the college games because we do understand that there's recruiting going on and we don't want you to pick any college game. But who do you got this weekend between the Eagles and the Cowboys?
That's a big game.
We'll skip college because I don't want you to pick any college games. But Cowboys, Eagles, who do you got?
I'm not really much of a Cowboys fan, and my probably favorite player in the NFL right now is Saquon Barkley. So I might have to go with the Eagles.
Thank you.
Hey, honestly,
you know what? You got me. Hey, do y'all sell like at your team store team numbers? Because you know what? I'm gonna go buy your team number. I'm gonna make sure next time we interview you, I'm gonna have your stuff on, my guy. So if you don't, I'm gonna make sure I get that for the Johnson Jaguars.
You might want to wait to buy his college jersey.
Yeah. I'll buy that too. I'm letting them know I'm gonna support him right now.
You want to support that NIL.
Okay, he's a fan already, so I'm liking that.
Why don't you give a shout out to your offensive line? Who do you got that's blocking for you this week?
Terran Abrego, Josh McNeil, Aham. We got we got Patino. They all do a great job. Our offensive line is amazing, honestly. They always open up like the gaps. I thank them every day at practice after the games. I always tell them I do what I do because they go out there and block every play.
You know, I don't think it was necessarily them opening holes, but what I did, I mean, because I'm sure they did that.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were on the sideline and we were watching the game from the sideline, they were moving the line of scrimmage too. So they were moving the Judson defensive line back 2 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that they were impressive.
They were
impressive.
Yeah, I noticed that Coach shouted out Abrego of having the top offensive lineman this week.
Yes, sir.
Well, look, we're not going to keep you again. We appreciate you coming on. You were identified as one of our players of the game, and continue doing what you're doing. We'll follow you all season. And again, this platform is you can come on anytime you want to. If you want to come on and make this a ritual after every game, by all means you can. You're welcome. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Keep setting the tone every game because I know they're going to run through you. And remember, this is your year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks again. Oh, that was terrible. This is my year. He's an Eagles fan. Don't spew that.
No,
Eagles fans, we don't need to hear that. We don't want to hear it's our year. It's our year.
Every team should say that.
No, every
you heard
team
him
not
say
saying. The Lions fans say stuff
saying,
like that because y'all rubbing off on them.
Y'all heard him say that though.
No,
I asked him, "Is this your year?" He said, "Yeah." You shouldn't play football unless
he's misunderstanding what you're saying.
No, he's not.
Shoot for the moon. I clarified. So a part of the stars.
Yeah, I clarified it.
No, I'm shooting for the stars so I can be part of the stars. I'm not shooting for the moon. Moon's not too close. It's too close. It's too close.
This is their year.
Stop.
Every team.
Not jinx them.
Listen.
I want them to have a chance.
If you're a high school, if you're a high school football player,
6A. I really like those guys.
This is your year. Yeah. This is your year. Anybody out there, this is your year.
Don't y'all say that. Just say, hey, we're going to try to make sure you might play as well hard every game.
Might as well not play if you don't think you're going to win every
one game at a time. Say that. Be cliche at that one.
Yes.
We're taking one game at a time.
Oh my God.
Not say this is our year.
Cliche.
Not do that. But anyway, we're moving on.
Hey, well, we'll just kind of talk about a couple more high school games.
Yes.
And then we got college, and then we got pros.
Yes.
So other big games this weekend. We got Thursday night, Sotomayor at Brandeis. That looks like it's going to be a good one. Brandeis, number 21. I know they've got a pretty good offensive team.
They're 21?
They gave up 38 points to O'Connor.
No?
So, yeah, 42-38.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you got Friday night, you got New Braunfels Canyon at New Braunfels, number 12 against number 9. Yeah. They're both 1-0. And then Saturday, Alamo Heights at Churchill. Alamo Heights, number 10. They're both 1-0. So got some good games coming up this week. This is the time of the year where teams start to kind of separate themselves from the pack.
Yes. Game 3.
Okay.
Yes, around game 3. Because I think that's the last non-district game they have.
Yeah.
So real quick, what game would you be at?
I'm going to be at the Laredo United South at O'Connor.
Okay. And Chad?
Thursday night, I'm at Smith and Valley at Brennan. Friday night, Piper at Johnson.
And Friday, if I get approved by Steele, please approve my stuff, Steele. Please approve my stuff because I really want to cover y'all. I don't mind staying at home, but I really want to be there. Steele versus Reagan.
Yep.
That's going to be a good one.
That'll be a really good one too.
But that's not the game of the week. The game of the week is
Smith and Valley at Brennan.
Here we go.
That's gonna be tough.
Caden's there.
Caden will be there.
Caden Leak.
Caden Leak will be there.
All right.
Yeah. So high school football in full swing. So is college football. Last week we had some big games. We had a lot of top 10 tilts. I did read an article today where they said they named all the big teams that played against another top 10 team on the road and stuff.
Right.
And they shouted them out and said, thank you for not playing cupcakes.
Yep.
Right.
Thank you for going out there and looking for the smoke from the very beginning. What do y'all think about that?
That's cliche. I don't again.
I would rather have every week games like Texas against Ohio State, especially in the non-conference.
I don't. That made Archie Manning look like he's so not ready for it to lead this year. He's so unprepared. He looked unprepared. Let me say it. Can I say that? I'm not trying to say he's not unprepared. He's not. ready, but he's not ready. I don't think.
His
Or at least
stats,
not against Ohio State.
No.
his stats were eerily similar to Peyton Manning's stats in his first college start. Just so you know.
Okay.
Well, and there was
Okay.
there was a lot of people talking about what Matt Patricia did for Ohio State. You got a defensive coordinator that's got 3-4 Super Bowl rings on, and some of the disguises. Even Shark talked about it in the post game deal about how even him as a coach wasn't prepared for some of the stuff that got thrown at them.
Well, that's not a good thing for him to say.
No.
That's terrible.
I was like,
I can see,
hey,
Arch is a kid.
yeah,
But Sark, you should be prepared.
Come on,
should-
man. You worked under Nick Saban.
Yeah.
What are you doing? How do you do
He's
that?
not a
he
good
got
man.
his re-upgrade under Nick Saban.
Well, since you mentioned Matt Patricia, what's your thoughts of old Belichick getting whooped up on
Oh, Billage.
by
He looked
one of our schools, TCU? I called that game. I didn't call that game, but I
The
called
old
that
woodshed.
game. I said that was going to happen. I said,
yeah.
hey, TCU's going to
The
whoop up on
woodshed.
him.
But he's got his 24-year-old
I didn't
girlfriend
say
on
it
the
was-
sideline with him. What's that all
Well,
about?
and he's got his son.
Well, he got a son
Colin
as the
Blaze.
offensive coordinator.
But
yeah.
but his son, is a coach.
Is he?
Belichick needs to be the one
Is
that calls
he?
the plays.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
not
a
his
kid.
kid.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a coach.
Is he?
He's a coach.
At that level, is he?
Hey,
Yeah.
Or is he
scored-
preparing them for it?
Hey, he scored 14 points against a Big 12 school.
The Big 12 traditionally has
usually
no
don't-
defense.
Yes.
Exactly. That's why I said, is he? Come on, man. You're the ACC. You're getting ready for Clemson. You're getting ready for
I got bad.
Florida State. They're
I-
bad.
Florida State and Miami. I told you guys,
They're bad.
college football is better when those teams are
Yeah, we
good.
agreed.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
agreed. You said some other school. You didn't say those.
I said
Miami.
Miami, and I said y'all were telling me
No,
Miami
Miami's
hadn't
not
been good
bad.
since 1990
Miami's
something.
not bad. Come on. That's smart. They're not bad. They beat Notre Dame.
We'll check the tape.
Yeah, no. You're right. You did say Miami. I just
Yeah,
said
he-
they just beat Notre Dame. That's they didn't beat
Notre
nobody.
Dame, actually, I'm gonna say that was a fantastic game.
Yes.
That
Notre
was.
Dame Miami was a
It was,
fantastic
it
game.
was. It was.
And you know what? I think Notre Dame dropped from 6 to 9. I wouldn't even drop them that far.
I wouldn't have either.
I would have dropped them maybe to 7. But I would have put Miami over
Because
them. But
Notre Dame was pushing to score
Big
again.
comeback, yeah.
They were
Yeah.
pushing in that game towards the end of that game. They were giving Miami everything they wanted.
But you know,
So-
you got the Notre Dame quarterback.
Mhm.
You got Arch Manning at Texas. You had the kid from Ohio State. There's a bunch of other players that made their first start at quarterback. If you're going to start your player, I mean, this is a hot take. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong or not. And I know y'all are never shy and bashful to call me out when y'all think I'm wrong. But if you got a starting quarterback, if he's a freshman or the first time starting, take the training wheels off. Let them play, because I think these teams get in trouble. They dig their own hole by running little bubble screens all game long. It's not going nowhere.
That's what happened with Arch Manning.
Yeah.
I don't think he threw a pass past 20 yards.
Hey.
And he can throw the ball. He proved it last year, but he can sling the ball.
Yeah, and I think that what you're talking about, take the training wheels off of the coaches. It's like, to me, if I'm coaching a kid like that, at least a couple of, especially early in the game, I'm letting him throw it. I'm letting him just do what he can do to see if he's there ready mentally for that game.
Well, he won the job.
Yeah.
Over the summer.
Yes,
Let him
yes,
play.
he did. Yes,
Let
he
him
did.
play. Like, I'm thinking about,
He did.
in particular, Notre Dame. CJ Carr, who's got a bloodline. Lloyd Carr was his grandfather, right?
Yes.
So CJ Carr, they had the training wheels on him the entire first half. And it was, and that's when they got in trouble. But in the second half, they opened it up with him. And all of a sudden, he looks like Tom Brady out there. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, all of a sudden, so if you play the whole game like that, you probably win.
Yeah.
But you babied them for a whole half, and you kind of hamstrung your team. That's just my opinion.
So what happened with Alabama and Florida State?
I think Alabama's in a mess.
Florida State, man.
They're calling for that coach already.
Well,
I don't know if y'all heard that part.
Yeah, they're calling. There's a lot of, because I'd read one tweet that said that the alumni and boosters from Alabama had the $75 million already reserved to pay out his buyout.
Man,
$75 million.
that's tough crowd.
Not really.
Not
really.
The reason they're doing that,
you knew the shoes you were filling.
If you watch that, following a legend's always hard. But the other thing was, if you watch that game, third quarter, those Alabama players act like they didn't want to be there. The effort was not there.
So you think they're not being prepared for battle?
I don't think they have the mentality for it.
Alabama fan / fanatic person I know broke something down to me. We were talking about it after on Sunday. We were talking about the game, and he said he pulled. Again, he's a fan. He's a fanatic. He pulled up the stats. First two quarters, they did nothing but run the ball. Second half, they didn't. All they did was pass. I think they didn't have anything. They was a 3 and out. So again, they abandoned their game plan. And in college football, you got to both do both.
Well, and he brought so last year he didn't have Ryan Grubb with him because Ryan went to the Seattle Seahawks when they left Washington and spent a year at the Seahawks. And now Ryan's back with him. It was his offensive coordinator when he had Penance. It's in the NFL now. So it's, I don't know. The effort thing, Joe Klatt was on it. Josh Pate was on it. They were all talking about this weekend. Colin Cowherd was talking about the effort in that game of like they just quit on them, and you can't do that. Yeah. Now, for Florida State's sake, when they went 2-11 last year or 2-9, whatever they went, scrapped everybody, brought in a former head coach as defensive coordinator, brought in Gus Malzahn that was been a head coach at different places.
Yeah, Gus has been a head
coach. Gus was Cam Newton's head coach at Auburn. You bring in that kind of offensive coordinator, and they brought in the kid that tore them up at Boston College last year, the little quarterback that they're comparing to Kyler Murray. You bring him in, and it's Florida State looks dangerous.
Hey man, he was tearing him. He almost cursed.
Yeah,
right. He was tearing them up. That was a good game, though.
Yeah,
it was a good game. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was going to be a better game, but unfortunately, like everybody's saying, Nick Saban is no longer there, and that's the hardest thing to do.
Follow legends, the hardest
thing to do. So
it's hard. I mean, it's really hard to follow a legend, and you see it everywhere.
Oh yeah,
and the guy that follows a legend usually doesn't last long.
No, he doesn't. He's not, and this guy's not going to last long.
4 to 5 years. If they last 4 to 5 years, that's a long time.
Alabama, I think y'all said I think he might be gone after this year.
The fans want his head now.
If he survives this year, he better win next year because he will be on the hottest seat next year.
Yes.
He won't. There won't even be a pan, right? It'll just be right on the
bar. There's fire right there. Just under the thing, fire. The seat is built for fire. You know what I'm saying? But this next game, you called it. You did a good job. You put light on it, and they did good. They did well.
I really thought they had a chance.
Regardless of the points,
UTSA, right?
Yes. Regardless of the 42 they gave up, they were really in that game. They were in that game. I watched it. I was like, oh, I wish they could have scored, though. They would have scored those 2 touchdowns. They had opportunities to score.
Yeah.
When it was 17-14, I believe.
When they hit that 75-yard touchdown to begin the second half.
Yeah, that hurt.
Oh my goodness.
That hurt. That's what hurt right there.
No, I'm saying that when UTSA did.
Oh no, but I'm talking about when they kicked the ball, they punted the ball back, and that guy just ran away on them like deuces, chunked the deuces up. I was like, ouch.
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
Yeah, but for UTSA to stay in that game.
They stayed in the game. They made that game watchable.
Yes. Yep. That was a good one.
Well, for me, I did call that they would win. Because I believe in them. That wasn't a homer pick either. I really felt going into it, I felt like they have a chance to beat A&M.
Right.
I didn't think A&M was the big bad A&M that UTSA couldn't handle. Again, another game. I love Jeff Traylor.
Yes.
But let Owen McCown play. I mean, they were playing. I mean, they weren't letting them play. I guess I don't know if the protection couldn't hold up or what, but you got to let them play.
Yeah.
Well, I heard one of the commentators this weekend talking about if you really want the quarterback to play and you want to see how that quarterback plays, get him out of the pocket. Let him roll out, get him out of the pocket, let him do something instead of making him stand there in that pocket and throw the ball or hand the ball off. And when you're handicapping a quarterback, especially any quarterback that's got a little bit of wheels to him, get him out of the pocket and let him see what he can do, especially in the first part of the game. And then if he's screwing up and he's not doing crap in the first part of the game, then maybe we put the handcuffs on him.
Mm-hmm.
But at least in the first part, because these brand new quarterbacks are talking about, get the butterflies out.
Yeah. And that's what I thought they didn't do. I had to bring up this game as far as because we talked about it already. That's what I thought they didn't do for Archie.
Yes.
I don't think Archie ever shook off whatever he had. He just didn't look comfortable.
Yeah.
Shout out to Robert Henry Jr. from UTSA. He's the honorable mention for the I guess the player of the week.
Okay.
For the American Conference, the AAC.
Yeah.
He had that 75-yard touchdown.
Right.
I think he ended up with 177 yards rushing against A&M.
Against A&M.
And
it's big.
And one thing A&M can do, I think they can play a little defense.
They play a lot of defense. And again, that's why I have 24. So.
SEC, man, there's a lot. They've talked about Texas's defense because they did hold Ohio State.
Yeah,
some of the lowest
14 points.
Yep,
7-14. So
Texas's defense. They're talking about A&M's defense. They're talking about Oklahoma's defense. LSU showed good defense in the next game where they played Clemson. There's going to be a lot of. I'll be taking an under in a lot of SEC games this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we forgot during the Texas Ohio State when we're talking about them, James Peoples.
Yes,
from
Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State running back, played for Veterans Memorial here in San Antonio.
That's all right. That's what I'm saying. We had some kids. Again, football is a sport that a lot of guys can lead a city and go flourish and do well with.
Yeah. Didn't he score? He scored a touchdown too. He scored one of Ohio State. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, there's good talent here.
No, it is. It's a lot
a lot of good talent. And that's why I think
the young man we just finished talking to.
That's why I think a lot of these kids are being recruited by UTSA.
Yes.
I hope UTSA gets a chance to keep some of this local talent here.
That's the good thing about the colleges here. They believe in our football programs, and that's just a testament to the head coaches and the relationships we're building. Because again, no matter what you want to say, talent's only going to take you but so far, but you still need an opportunity.
Yep.
You need opportunity. You need a little luck. Some people call it luck, or you got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. I just say you just need an opportunity.
Well, in episode 0, week zero, when I said I think UTSA has a chance to win the AAC, you kind of were unsure.
No,
of that.
I was.
So what do you think after watching them play Texas A&M? Do you think they have a shot?
Yeah, they have a shot. Yep. They really do. To play A&M the way they played them, I think they played them tough.
One of the guys that I really respect here in San Antonio media, Don Harris. He's been around for a while. He's very knowledgeable of all sports. But one thing he did say by watching that UTSA game against A&M, he said UTSA does have the strength in the trenches.
Yes,
you can see it on film.
Yes,
and then they do have speed on the outside, which I didn't think a lot of people really thought that they did, but I think they're going to match up well against that AAC competition.
I just agree with Chad. Get that guy out the pocket a little bit. Get a few wags.
Let him play.
They still do the waggle, right? Let him do that, or just move the pocket over.
Let him play.
To allow him to just
they got to get the butterfly, especially in first games of the season. They have got to let these kids you got to get the butterflies out of them.
I mean, my thing is, if you're playing at Texas A&M,
well,
I mean, a lot of these schools like A&M, Texas, like Texas has 4 cupcakes in a row coming up, right? I mean, they bring you into their stadium as a sacrificial lamb.
They do.
So you really, if you're UTSA last week, I know Jeff Traylor feels like this is our year. We can really do some things. We can win the AAC.
Traylor is not saying that.
No. But I'm saying
he's not saying this is our year.
He believes they have a good enough team.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that he believes.
So he's not gonna sit there and say we got nothing to lose. But in actuality, going into A&M, you got nothing to lose.
Yes, and they need to come. There's a lot of those teams. That's where Appalachian State made a killing for a while.
Yes,
because they come in there. I'm gonna throw everything at you but the kitchen sink because I have that opportunity. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna lose it. Everybody expects us to lose this game.
Yeah, what do you have to lose?
So I'm gonna go in here and throw everything at you. I'm gonna do. It reminds me of the Boise State Oklahoma Fiesta Bowl that year.
Yeah.
They ran the Statue of Liberty. They ran the not the flea flicker. What was the other one they ran?
The hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder. There you go. They ran the hook and ladder, scored the touchdown, ran the Statue of Liberty, and scored the 2-point conversion. They expected Boise State to lose that game, but they ran those deals and beat OU in the Fiesta Bowl that year.
I respect the heck out of Jeff Traylor, but that would have been the game to go up to Owen McCown, put your hands on his shoulder pads, and say, "Big fella, we're riding you all the way.
Yes,
you're gonna go out there. We believe in you. Go out there and let her rip.
Yeah,
let her rip.
You're right."
But they didn't. They played it real conservative.
No, of course. Well, they got butterflies too, though. Unfortunately.
like I said, I respect Jeff Traylor. I think
Just think about it.
we're lucky to have him, right?
The score was 17-14.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Yeah.
At one time. No matter what part of the game it was at.
And then it was 21-17.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know, so we were right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop that special teams. That team, hey man, that's one thing I will say.
A&M had a lot of speed back there.
I think the SEC does a real good job at is special teams. They do a really, really good job in loading their special teams to make sure they get run backs on punts and kickoffs.
I need to see if TJ still at the last year before last, TJ Rushing was a special teams coordinator at A&M. He went to the high school I went to.
Okay.
He was a couple of years behind me.
A lot of football coaches from Oklahoma, I noticed.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Nothing,
but Texas has the players and Oklahoma has the coaches.
Yeah, nothing better to do in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
draw plays in the dirt.
Up in the dirt. There you
right.
go. There you go.
Hey, Carr.
Exactly.
Hey, you're talking about butterflies and taking the training wheels off. That's Notre Dame at Miami. They talked about that in the game about Carson Beck has a lot more freedom. He even expressed has a lot more freedom at Miami than he did at Georgia, to where he goes up to the line and they'll give him 2 or 3 plays in his helmet. He walks up to the line and he's picking what they're running.
He's killing the play. To where though, let's go with this.
He looked good.
He
looked real good.
Yeah, he did.
We'll see how that goes for them throughout the season. But I'll say they're going to be a tough out. Whoever plays at Miami, it's going to be a tough game. I watched that game and I could just feel that CJ Carr was having trouble, and his linemen were having trouble at the line of scrimmage with all that crowd noise.
Yeah, of course.
I think it was a record crowd too. I think it was.
They were playing at Hard Rock.
Yeah,
they were playing where the Dolphins play.
Yeah,
they were.
Yeah, that's where that game was.
Oh, okay.
Then you had that LSU Clemson game. That was a good game too.
Of course. Yes. They were playing for who owns Death Valley.
Death Valley. I guess
who has the real. Of course.
Who has the real Death Valley?
LSU's got the real Death Valley. I guess
they do. They do. I
is LSU back? Because they kind of haven't been up there with Georgia and Alabama for a few years. Are they?
What I like about college football, it's not really are you back. It's just because think about it, all you need is 6 wins to get a bowl game.
That's another team I think is college football is better when they're good as LSU.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
9 wins is
Auburn.
Good.
Well, and I was just looking at the Miami schedule here. You're talking about Florida comes to Miami. It's going to be a big one, but the other big one for the ACC is on October the 4th is Miami goes to Florida State.
Oh my goodness.
Miami goes to Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make my I'm going to call my shot right now. I think Miami's going to be in the college football playoff this year.
Oh, you calling that?
They're going to be in the 12. Yeah.
Wow.
I watched them play. Their offensive line is amazing.
Really
if they stay healthy, they're going to be in the college football playoff.
I think they're going to be. Boy, that's hard because you got a 3-headed monster at ACC right now.
You got
Florida State, Clemson, and Miami.
I got to say though, the thing Miami's so good in the trenches. I mean, Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame is a Heisman hopeful.
Because how many teams are going to go into the playoffs?
12.
No, I mean from each division.
It's 12. Yeah. So you're going to have one. You're going to have the 4 conference champions, and then the other 8 are at large.
That's what I'm saying.
So you could have 2 from the ACC.
You could have 2 from ACC, but I want to see what that Miami defense does, because that Florida State offense it's lethal. With Gus Malzahn calling plays and that quarterback, that's going to be.
I can't wait.
That's going to be a good game to watch.
The U.
Yep.
I'm glad they're good.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that good, but I'm glad they're good.
They're making the play. That's gonna be my. I'm gonna call that shot.
I call that right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it.
That's big. That's big time.
I mean, I watched them play. I mean, Notre Dame is no slouch. Notre Dame's good. And I felt like Miami,
Notre Dame still has a chance to make the playoff.
Yeah, yeah. I think Texas, you could go in with 2 or 3 losses.
Yeah, I think there's
definitely.
I think there's going to be there'll probably be 1, maybe 2 teams this year that, especially if they're SEC or Big Ten with 3 losses, there's a possibility they could be in there.
Yeah, I just feel like Notre Dame's good.
Yes.
They played in the national championship game last year. I think
Penn State.
They're gonna be in the playoff again this year. I'm pretty sure. And Miami beat them up at the line of scrimmage.
I think that for Notre Dame to get there, they're going to have to do what, like we've been talking about. They're going to have to take the training wheels off the car and let him play. Like you said, his granddad was the head coach at University of Michigan for years. Yeah. So, and then we got big games coming up this Saturday. We have what do they call it? The Cyclops Bowl? What is it called? The
Cyclone?
No, it's the Iowa State game.
What do they call that?
I don't know. That's what I said, Cyclone.
It's Cyclops. That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
But that's going to be a big game because right now I think it's only, a 3 or 4 point, and Iowa State's ranked, but
after that impressive victory over Kansas State, Iowa State looks pretty legit for that Big 12. They're going to be all right.
Cy-Hawk game.
Cy-Hawk, okay.
Cy-Hawk game.
Then you got Oklahoma State at Oregon.
It's
Oregon
going to run all over the boys.
That's right now. That's a 4 touchdown.
Yeah, they're going to run all over.
Well, why is it on my big game
because
list
it's
here?
number 6 Oregon.
I understand. You're trying to give respect to the Oregon.
So it's a showcase for Oregon.
Showcase,
What uniform will they wear?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That'd be the game of the weekend for college football is.
That's not.
Yes.
It is. College game days there.
That's game of the week right there.
Oklahoma. How could they be part of any game of the week?
It's the top 20 matchup. It's the only one this weekend.
Now that should be good. So game days there.
College game days there.
1 week after Lee Corso went perfect with his picks.
Not only did he go perfect with his picks, all the teams that he coached
and played for
won.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was a perfect weekend for Lee Corso.
Yes.
So game day will be there.
Yep.
Michigan at Oklahoma.
5.5. OU's a 5.5 point favorite.
They're favored over Michigan, huh?
Yeah, Michigan has a down year this year. Suppose he's not.
Somehow Michigan always finds a way to.
Yeah,
they coach left.
To be relevant though,
coach left.
And part of the reason it's a big game too is Moore, the head coach at Michigan now, was an offensive lineman at OU when they won the national championship.
Okay,
everything leads back to OU.
Everything, man. Everybody.
And there was a big deal because
it's their year.
Moore was a good friend with DeMarco Murray, that's the running back coach at OU, and offered him a chunk of change to come to Michigan to be the offensive coordinator, and he turned it down to stay at OU.
Okay.
So
he used to play for the Eagles at one time.
DeMarco Murray?
Yeah.
After he left the Cowboys?
Didn't say that. So pop yourself. You said it. I didn't say it. You said it. I didn't say anything. I just said he played for the Eagles.
Anytime you mention a Cowboy.
I didn't say it.
He doesn't identify as an Eagle.
Well, of course, because he had a horrible year, remember?
Yeah.
He did.
Well, and
remember,
our
line.
He left the best offensive line in football to go to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Remember, our line.
They didn't have a good one back then.
Chip Kelly.
Yes.
Coach.
Yes.
Yeah,
remember our line moves. We have a moving line to our quarterback.
Yeah.
So our line didn't stay still like y'all line stayed still. So every time he tried to bounce outside, it was going outside.
He said, "Dang, why did I leave Dallas?"
Yeah, that's what he was thinking.
Yeah. And then when there's the Texas State at UTSA,
the I-35 showdown, is that what they call it?
Let's call it that. That's a big game.
Yeah. This is that game that UTSA needs to come out and really establish their dominance in the area, because
that's a home game.
You just went to A&M and you pushed A&M. Maybe you didn't push them to the edge, but you pushed them enough to announce that we're not going to get pushed around ourselves. And it's good. I think this is the time that UTSA really who's coming with me to that game? Anybody?
What time is it? I did put in our media request.
2:30.
Chad's on the field. Me and you just sideline reporters.
So do we get them?
No, not yet.
Not yet. We had till 5 o'clock. They cut off was at 5 o'clock today.
So I don't know.
So we should know something tomorrow.
See, I'll send somebody.
Well, I'm gonna go either way. I got to go do some tailgating. And
we gonna tailgate.
Let's go tailgate. Let's go tailgate.
That's a big game for, like you're talking about, for recruiting. If you want to recruit, well, we've talked about the 210 triangle. That's a big game for recruiting to keep local talent. Who's going to win that battle between Texas State and UTSA?
It's going to be a packed house too. Yeah. It's going to be a big crowd. I'm not going to say they're going to sell it out.
Last year was actually at Texas State. And we missed that one. Remember, we wanted to go to that one.
We got back-to-back weeks. We got Texas State
and UIW,
and then UIW will be at the Dome next.
Okay.
But UIW, they kind of
man.
They lost. They got upset.
State, wasn't it?
Nickel State.
Yeah, man. That was tough right there. That made headlines.
Yes.
I was surprised about that because I think they were like number 4, if I'm correct.
4.
4.
Yes, they were 4 in FBS.
That
So
hurt.
UTSA has a chance to get themselves right.
Yeah, they do. They do, and bounce back from last year's embarrassing loss. I don't know if you remember. That was very embarrassing.
It was.
That was like that was his first year, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he's
The coach,
and he's Jeff Traylor's his mentor.
Right. That was the first year, so it was like, it's not looking good, but bounce back year, so we'll be okay.
Yeah,
we'll be okay. I did say we.
This is going to be
birds
like
up.
I
As long
said.
as I pay that tuition for my daughter, birds up, baby.
UTSA, like I said, they have a chance to make some noise in the AAC.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's going to happen anytime in the near future, but I would love to see them eventually join the Big 12. This is the season where I think they can start positioning themselves a little bit.
So I know we talked about this before. We had this conversation before. So eventually, to cap out, you think we're Big 12 material?
I think we have to be. I think eventually.
I think they have to make a splash in the AAC first. Yeah. I think they have to.
You know what I would want to see us, to be honest? The ACC.
Traveling would be too.
No, it wouldn't. Got Stanford. This is the furthest school you have. And everything else is East Coast. You already got the East Coast now.
Well, that Stanford and Cal.
Oh, it's 2?
Cal's
part of that? Oh, okay. Remember, we're already traveling east anyway.
So Stanford and Cal are in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Yeah, the ACC.
I know. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
I know. Oh, listen. Oh, you're being funny.
Yeah.
Tongue in cheek.
But
listen, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
I know why they did it. They remember we counted them all up. It was that's 19 and 16.
They did that. They went to ACC because they didn't get the invite to go to the Big 10.
And why didn't they just make the Pac-10 just more, just
you remember when
talks.
You remember when the NFC West used to have the 49ers, the Saints, the Falcons, the NFC West, I mean,
they did?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, that was always weird to me.
Well, no, the
they
weirdest
fixed
thing
that.
was the NFC East.
Because the Cowboys belong in the NFC South, really.
You're absolutely right. And we used to have Arizona.
Yeah.
At one time.
I remember that. But they used to be St. Louis.
St. Louis, yes. That's why they were part of the NFC East, but I get it.
Yeah, I think if they're going to do it eventually instead of and there's a lot of talk about what's going to happen if they do another jumbling of all these teams, but a realignment, but they ought to do it in quads because football's fine. Football is a money-making sport, college football is. But what are you doing for the lacrosse teams or the swim teams or the soccer teams? Those aren't money-making sports. And you're making a team go from ACC, you're making a team go from Miami to a volleyball team go play in Stanford.
It reminds me of the movie The Program. You remember that movie?
Yes.
I do remember.
Okay, so
Shaq was in that movie, wasn't he?
No, that was Blue Chips.
Blue Chips.
The Program was the football movie.
Yeah.
Joe Kane was the quarterback of that movie, remember?
Yeah.
And he goes into the weight room and the tennis player, the female tennis player's in there, and he's like trying to hit on her. She said, well, this is the only time that I can come work out since the football team is always in here. And he looks at her and says, well, you should thank the football team for paying for this weight room for you to work out in. That's football, man.
Yeah.
Football pays for everything.
But that's why I think it would be better to cap out for UTSA to go ACC. And the reason why is because of the ties of not just football, but the ties of basketball. So now you're having us play. Like, think about those, not rivals, but think about those games that'd be nice to see. You see Duke, you see North Carolina, you see North Carolina State, you're seeing Wake Forest.
Yeah.
So to me, you're seeing Florida State.
That would be cool.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you're doing the same thing Penn State did.
Yeah.
You're chasing the football, but at the same time, you're getting the basketball in return. And you got to think about it. One thing Texas does a great job at, we support both sports almost equally. We come out in basketball, maybe not so much UTSA as far as their basketball team like we should, but we support how many Final Fours have we had here? We had multiple.
Yeah. Well, and UTSA is one of the sponsors when they do it here. The men's basketball, even some women's basketball, now the WNBA is starting to really pick up, but those are still revenue generating sports. But when you get into tennis and golf and lacrosse and the other, I know Oklahoma, like you guys know, I know that sports there. And at OU, it's football's number 1, men's basketball's number 2, women's softball's number 3. And then but men's baseball is kind of making a little bit of a splash right now. But those 3 sports, but softball in most schools, they don't. But OU won.
But down south they do.
Yeah,
down south the softball is huge, and out west.
Yes, California, because OU signed I don't know how many girls out of California here lately. But when the move from the Big 12 to the SEC left a chance for Texas Tech to do really good in softball, but the competition, you could tell the difference because now it's OU, Texas, Alabama, Florida, Tennessee. Those are the top 5 softball teams in the SEC.
Also, you open up recruiting.
Yes.
If you're an ACC school, think about that door that the whole East Coast you're allowed to go get these kids.
Well, you're playing in the back door all the time.
Well, not just that, but you can get the kids from Virginia now. You can get the kids from North Carolina now. Now you become a admirable foe now. Like, hey man, when you like, you know what? UNC didn't even recruit you. Wouldn't you want to bust their butt?
I almost thought you said something.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to say that.
I was like,
it's live. It's live. I don't think Big's quick enough to hit that. hey, coach, you can't say those.
I was like,
why do you think the Big 12 took USF?
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Because not put them in Florida.
I just think, for me personally, I just think Big 12 is more realistic. However, I think it's because I value those regional rivalries. Like
it used to be here too.
Yeah, like Baylor, Texas Tech.
Yes.
Those teams. Houston. For UTSA to be able to play against these regional rivals here, I think that's enticing to somebody like me who would love to see UTSA play against Texas Tech, Baylor. But
is there an academic? Because I know with Stanford because I know that was part of the issue with the Big Ten is there's certain academic
requirements.
The school has to be a certain accreditation to be able to get into the Big Ten.
And UTSA is. I mean, the UTSA is.
They have the same the curriculum as UT has.
Yeah.
Usually when those
UTSA
UTs and
UTSA is a very prestigious institution.
That UTSA.
I graduated from there, so yeah.
That's why I was wondering. You graduating there? That's why I was asking the question about the accreditation.
I got a daughter. We send tuition over there, so yeah, birds up.
Yeah,
birds up.
Yeah, because it would be. I knew that was the accreditation, but you're right with it, especially with the merger, because UTSA and UT Health just merged.
I'm telling you. I mean, I do think the next logical progression would be Big 12. ACC would be interesting to say the least, like you said, especially basketball wise. But I do think that when a school makes a move, they're going to move with football on their mind. And I think the Big 12, outside of, because I don't know how long Florida State, Miami, and Clemson are going to be in the ACC. I think
they can't. That's just it. They can't. Where they're going to go?
SEC.
SEC can't take no more. What are they
going to do? Open up
to 20 team. They're going to be a 20 team. They already.
They'll do it.
You think so?
There's a lot of talk. UNC was it? UNC, Florida State, and Miami are the 3 that are in the discussions to maybe join the SEC.
So are they going to just have 2 power conferences then?
Yes.
They'll have 20 teams. That means you're going to play 9 conference games.
Yeah.
Well, that's SEC's. Big 10's already at 9.
Yeah, we already do that. That's
Big 12's at 9.
So we do already.
And SEC starts next year at 9.
Yeah, we do that already. We trendsetters already.
So to me, the Big 12 seems logical because I haven't heard anything of Texas Tech, Baylor.
I will say this: every time you've mentioned something for UTSA, they should do. Again, it pops up on my algorithm to where as though they did something great this past weekend, and I think you did. You said the merger with the UT, and it was something else they did. Budweiser, was it Budweiser?
Budweiser, but
they got Budweiser as a sponsor now. So,
and we just talked about.
I think you're making the waves. I think someone from the show was watching the show. Someone from the audience is watching the show and taking your ideas.
The Juminex or whatever Mexican.
Oh yeah,
drink.
the drink. Yeah.
Yeah, they just did a big sponsorship with UTSA too.
So now you're gonna have all these T-shirts down in
to the show.
Mexico.
Someone's paying attention. I don't
Well,
know who.
you know, the thing is, and we talked
have
about
good following, by the way.
Yeah, we talked about Nike, like UTSA just moved to Nike. Did you see Penn State just moved to Adidas?
I almost threw up. Because I would, hey, listen, I won't ever buy that gear. I won't ever buy that gear. I'm sorry. I love Penn State.
You better go buy that Nike merch.
Now, I know I'm get all now before it you know, because it doesn't go official till next year, next school year.
Or you can wait until the summer. They'll have the clearance.
I like to see what some of that contract talks are. But
that's what you gotta be careful of. And it's scary because when a new contract kicks in, they don't put that stuff on sale. They dump that.
Yep.
They send that to charity.
Well, UTSA did. UTSA,
listen.
They had you could go to the convocation center. They had a clearance. They had those Adidas Vapor Max
all the way up until
not Vapor Max.
All the way up until the day of the, you know, because remember, once that contract kicks in, you can't on campus anymore.
You can't have it. Yeah, it can't be on campus anymore. So the sales will usually happen, like you said, like 2 or 3 days before the contract's up. They'll dump everything.
Because UTSA had it at the convocation center this past summer. They had the clearance on everything. They had those. I forget what those Adidas, those real famous Adidas were that they had UTSA branded on.
Oh yeah,
they had them for like half price or whatever. I mean,
I'm shocked though with big schools going to like Adidas and stuff, because even like players like Trae Young was a big Adidas guy when he
no more.
Nope, he's a Nike guy now.
He's Nike. All those guys switching over. Hey man, Nike's doing a good push right now.
And then you have
Nike.
You have UNC, Michigan, Oklahoma, Florida,
Jordan.
They're a Jordan brand.
Whatever happened to Pony?
Yes, I think it was it who somebody bought them out.
Those are some cool shoes back in the day.
I'm trying to think who bought them out. Was it Nike who bought them out?
Possibly.
Somebody bought them out though. Yeah, they just disappeared again.
You're talking about Pony?
Ponies.
Puma bought them out.
Puma bought Pony out?
Okay, who knows? Who knows? I just know Shaq's with Reebok.
Yeah, Shaq's got the affordable shoes at Payless.
Hey, listen, no, at Walmart.
It's Payless. Well, Payless isn't around anymore.
No. They franchise out. They just close everything.
So Walmart.
I think they went when that Shoe Works or Shoe Carnival or whatever.
So Angel Reese's shoe is going to be at Walmart then.
Who?
Angel Reese.
No, those won't, because they're the top brand. I fell for that joke right there.
Hers won't be at Walmart. Hers will be at Home Depot with all the bricks.
Wow. Now y'all going on my girl. It's a football show.
We're trying to give them some more publicity. They're not doing a good enough job getting it themselves.
Definitely about to get beat up for that one. What you guys doing? Really? Okay. So moving on to NFL game day. Tomorrow night, first game of the season, we have the Eagles versus the Cowboys in Philadelphia at the Link.
I gotta get my composure
at the Link. I know, so I'm just trying to. I'm pushing through it.
Okay.
Eagles. I think it's Eagles by. I think it's 6.
No, 8.5.
It went up. Okay, it went up. Now, real quick for all those who are like to put cash on that. You put cash on that one. That's saying Eagles gonna win. Vegas thinks that. Vegas thinks the Eagles are going to win by a touchdown. That's what that bet means. That means Vegas thinks they're going to win by a touchdown. So it's 6 points. But again, so that buffer's in there. So Eagles by 6, touchdown. I'm taking it. I like it. Fly, Eagles, fly. No. Again, I'm not bringing up the trade because now they're trying to tank that and say he's hurt now. Come on, man. Stop that.
They're not saying that. The Packers are saying
come on. No, the Packers aren't saying that. That got leaked out. The Packers didn't say anything.
He's going to have to take an epidural shot.
Again, that somehow. Well, how about this? Sunday, he'll be ready to play.
He will.
He said it already. He already made it public.
We already know he'll be available and he'll be at full strength from this Sunday to Thanksgiving.
Correct.
And after Thanksgiving, who knows where he goes after Thanksgiving? But you don't play football after Thanksgiving.
Oh, but y'all wasn't saying that when you was on y'all team.
I've been saying,
No, I said y'all.
Hey,
go
back to my Facebook post from last December, and I'm like, Micah Parsons needs to stop podcasting and focus on football because he disappears every year after Thanksgiving.
Well, man, you know that Thanksgiving feast fills his belly and not the same. That's all I'm saying. I just know I got the Eagles.
You know who I got?
I'm taking the Eagles.
I got Cowboys.
I'm taking the Eagles on that one.
Away from that one.
Hey, you know what?
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What is your real opinion with all the football being played, with the exception of Tuesdays and Wednesdays? Football's down now once it starts.
I think it's going to be on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for a little while.
Well, no, that's just there's no Tuesdays game.
Yeah, there's going to be like Division 3 and
D3 games.
No. There's 7 day a week.
No. NFL.
Oh,
NFL. I'm sorry, I didn't preface NFL.
I don't like it.
What do y'all think about that? NFL being played Thursday to Monday.
I don't like it.
I don't either, right?
I don't even like Thursday games. I don't like Thursday games because I think these guys put way too much punishment on their bodies on Sundays for them to turn around and play on Thursday games. That's too much. Look at all the injuries that happen on Thursdays, season-ending injuries that happen on Thursdays.
I think if you're going to have a game on Sunday and your next game's on Thursday, there should be a week. It should be right before your off week before they do that, because I think those turnarounds, they've talked about it in college football too, because there's sometimes they play on Saturday and then turn around and they might have a big game on a Thursday night or a Friday night for the next week, and there's not that 7 day turnaround. And the punishment in football, these guys' bodies take.
I don't like it.
I think it should be Friday and Sunday are the only 2 days that football should be played on. I don't even think Monday.
I think there should be, but the problem, like here in Texas, we have the issue with like any ISD, they have 2 stadiums and they have 6 high schools, and so when they're playing, you have to spread games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No, that's that. I'm talking about NFL.
But what I'm saying, I think for Thursday and Friday night should be high school football. Saturday should be college football, and Sunday should be NFL. Period. But it's money talks, and when you're playing on ESPN and they're trying to spread games out to where everybody wants to be on TV, and that's what it comes down to, the fact that ESPN, ABC, CBS, they're all Fox, they're all vying for that to be able to put a game on.
I like NFL football on Sundays, and I do like Mondays. Monday Night Football has become a staple. I remember they used to say that was a short week when you played on Monday night
and then played
on the following Sunday. That's a short week. Now you play Sunday and then you play Thursday. It's a really short week. I don't like it. I think leave Thursdays and Fridays for high school football. Leave Saturdays for college, Fridays and Saturdays for college. I don't see there's no purpose in playing all week long.
Yeah, I can see. I don't think
even this Friday, right? This Friday the Chiefs play, don't they?
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah,
it's a lot of football for the NFL. You start on a Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, and then you start it all over again, and you do the same thing with the exception of Friday games. Not always a Friday game, so.
That's what I was going to say. So there's not a Friday.
Not always, but still.
But then when college football goes idle after Thanksgiving, then there's Saturday NFL games.
Yeah.
But like I said, it all comes down. A lot of this conference realignment in the college football game came down to ESPN.
We have to be careful with football, though, right? NFL needs to learn, because I remember when we were growing up, when we were younger, NBA was Sundays. Then maybe you might have a Tuesday and Thursday when TNT and TBS got involved, but it was mostly Sundays. I remember we used to have to wait till Sunday to watch the Bird and the Celtics play against Magic and the Lakers. That was always on Sundays. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, somewhere when ESPN got involved, and ESPN's the devil, man. When they got involved, all of a sudden now basketball's 7 days a week. So we're oversaturated with basketball. That's why basketball just lost its allure, right? And I think it really did.
It's too many games.
Too many games. It's like,
I would never think I would say 82 games is too many, but it is.
Yeah, it's on TV all the time. It's nonstop, wall to wall.
Do you remember in 82, 83, somewhere around there? Before that, in the NCAA football, the NCAA picked who was on TV. They went and said, okay, Texas, you're playing this weekend because you're playing Georgia, so it's a top match game. That game's on TV. And all of the contracts went through the NCAA up until 1982. 1982, the University of Oklahoma and the University of Georgia sued the NCAA for the right for them to be on TV when they wanted to. And the contracts then started going through the universities. That's where Notre Dame became famous after that.
Right.
But that's where it all started, was because back then, the NCAA or the NFL, all of them were regulating the contracts and wasn't sharing the revenue with these schools. Right. Now, that's where we're getting into these NIL deals and everything that's going on in football. And it's where NFL and NCAA football are some of the biggest money making.
Yeah. Because
I seen a deal the other day. The revenue at UT, their football program is worth more than like 7 or 8 of the NFL teams.
Yeah, but I think the NFL needs to stop being greedy. Like, you could go to Buffalo Wild Wings in the first round of the NBA playoffs, and that's when the NFL draft comes on, and nobody's paying attention to the NBA playoffs. They're paying attention to the draft. You go to Buffalo Wild Wings, everybody's wearing a Cowboys jersey, a Steelers jersey, a Packers jersey, Giants, Eagles, whatever. They're not even there to watch the NBA games. They're there to watch the NFL draft. Now, the NBA takes pride in Christmas is our day. Now the NFL's putting the games on Christmas. Leave something for other people. Forget Christmas.
Spread the love out.
Yeah, forget Christmas.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, you already have Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is your day already.
Yeah, just
own the TV.
Forget Christmas. Yeah,
I don't like the double games now.
Well,
now you got too many damn games on. Damn.
Even the NBA has like 5 or 6 games on Christmas.
I don't even watch that.
NFL on Thanksgivings, because they know like A&M and Texas play the Friday afterwards, and there's a lot of used to be Oklahoma State, Ohio State, Michigan. Big games were that Thanksgiving weekend.
I don't even mind Thanksgiving for the NFL because now they have 3 games. It used to be 2 games. You had the Cowboys and whoever they were playing, and you had Detroit. The Lions, whoever they were playing. Now you got a 3rd game that kind of rotates through.
I don't like
Thursday night. I don't mind that. For some reason, I don't mind that because that's already your day.
Yeah, but I want enough. Was good about Sunday. I know I can just watch the red zone and just sit in front of the TV and flick through all the games and hear highlights and all that. I like that. But I don't like it when it start getting late and sometimes they do 2 Sunday night games. They run 1 hour at they start one at 7.
They do it on Monday night too.
Yeah, then they do another one at 8. I hate that.
Yeah.
Now, I like to watch the red zone because everything's happening. You have to have that. But the late game, you should be glued to that one game. You shouldn't be. And now they're doing a really good job at it because they're setting up the marquee games now. So it's like, okay, like some games you're thinking the Cowboys, like if the Cowboys and Eagles are having a good season, that they're gonna make that, they're gonna get flexed and get that night game. It's like, oh my goodness, that's a good game.
Yeah,
that's what we should all be paying attention to.
Yeah,
but you take it away, then you throw a Packers and Lions game in there because now it's unfair. Now it's like, oh, now we gotta compete with this game too, and
so I like my YouTube TV because Dylan can set it up to where we can watch 4 games at one time.
And see, then the other thing with
that's
that,
good. I mean, that's
why I like the red zone. Red zone.
Red zone.
Yeah, hey, man,
well, they're talking about doing the red zone for college football now. Too.
Oh, I love it. Hey, listen, I love it. Yes, YouTube TV does have that option.
You
can watch 4 games at one time. It can be anything. I love that. 4-1. Yep, 4-1 screen. Yep.
One, if you do it on your with me doing the media stuff and having 3 monitors, I can open up 2 web browsers and put 4, so I can watch 8 games at one time if you do it the right.
Yes, yeah.
Man, we've got way too much football on all the time. I didn't think I'd ever say that myself because I'm addicted to football.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like Christmas, just leave it to basketball. I mean,
well, I think the ratings, to me, if they've got to learn how to manage it to be able to we can watch it because like you're talking about, if you got a Packers and a Lions game and an Eagles and a Dallas game, now you got to pick. If you're a football fan, I'm not a fan of Eagles or Cowboys. I'm just a football fan. Now I've got to pick between what I'm watching.
Yeah. And of course, back in the day, that's how I hate to say this. That's how the team became America's team.
They were always on TV.
They were always on whatever channel it was, CBS, NBC, whoever they had their contract with.
CBS.
So by them always being on, they always got. And then think about it. Every Thanksgiving, they were always on Thanksgiving Day.
Yep.
Them and the Lions.
Which
the Lions are one of the only teams of the 32 teams that have never been to the Super Bowl, by the way. One of 32. Lions. Sorry,
that's
Detroit fans.
That's how Notre
it's
Dame
y'all
became
year, though.
famous too.
Yes.
With their contract.
On NBC.
Hey, you got to give a shout out to the Lions though.
It's their year.
Did you see the deal I sent you on TikTok where there's a teacher in Miami that she does her deal. It's called NF Elementary, and she took all of her kids in her class and they drafted a team.
Oh yeah.
And the little girl that got the Detroit Lions, they all mailed letters to the different NFL teams, and her Detroit Lions for the second year in a row was the first team to send stuff. They sent stuff for the whole class, but then they sent her a special care package.
Yeah, because they're trying to become America's team.
Yeah.
Again, it's their year. It's their year, because again, think about it. The injury bug got them last year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fib to you.
Hey,
they would have been very, 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 very hard to beat last year.
Let me put it this way. You got, I guess you kind of came up with the games of the week for NFL. Got Cowboys at Eagles. They don't have to worry about fighting with anybody. They're going to be the only game in town.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, you got the Chiefs at the Chargers.
I got Chiefs in that game, by the way.
It's the Chargers' year.
No, it's not their year.
And it's the Chiefs' year.
No, Harbaugh's
it's everybody's year right now.
He's two players away. Harbaugh's 2 players away.
Sunday, you got the Lions at Packers.
That's going to be a good game.
You got the Ravens at the Bills.
That's going to be probably the game. That's the game of the night.
Man, I can't wait to watch that game.
That's going to be the game of the night right there, Ravens and Bills.
I mean,
it's one of their years. I don't know who's – they both
everybody's
AFC.
year.
No. From the NFC, it's the Lions' year. It's their year. I'm telling you that. Lions fans, I believe you. It's your year. This year is your year.
I think it's.
But the Browns fans.
No, it's not.
Browns fans.
Oh,
it's okay to say it's our year.
Don't
Browns
say
fans.
that. Don't
because if you're not gonna believe it's your year,
it's not your
don't
year.
even root for your team. Just go home, go to Walmart with everybody else, and forget watching the game. Browns fans, it's our year for you guys.
You couldn't even get your quarterback right. That's all I'm gonna say.
Amen.
So, but
I think it's gonna be the Bills and
the Ravens and the Bills.
I think
it's one of your years. I don't know who. It's one of your year.
I like the Bills.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. It's gonna come to January, and one of them is gonna be it's our year, and then they're gonna play Andy Reid and the Chiefs, and it's not gonna be our year anymore. I'm just saying. I mean, until the Chiefs, until anybody proves me different, that's the way it's going to play out. John Madden used to say, they're the Super Bowl champions until somebody beats them. That's the same.
Unless you're taking pop shots at Andy Reid in his office at midnight.
Yeah, you know that happened, right?
What happened?
Was it like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning? Somebody with the sniper rifle was a couple of 100 yards away and was shooting through the glass at Andy Reid's
Where did this happen?
office.
Where was I? Where have I been?
In like March or April.
Yeah, that was a news breaking deal.
It happened in March or April, but all of a sudden it came out like
it just came out, didn't it?
Like the last week of preseason, it came out that by the way, this happened in March.
Yeah, somebody was shooting into the Chiefs,
and they probably knocked out the hamburger from between his hands. Where did my hamburger go?
They said that he had.
I love Andy Reid. Yeah. I'm just gonna say, Andy Reid.
I
just feel like calling him Grandpa.
So let me ask you a question real quick. Not to change the subject. I just looked at this Monday night game.
That's Andy Reid right there.
Why didn't the NFL put the Ravens and Bills on Monday night? Why are we watching the Vikings and the Bears?
Because Monday night's not the game of the week anymore. It's Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football is already taken over.
Yeah.
Why are we watching? I don't want to watch. I hate meaningless. That's why I think football should be shown on Sundays and Fridays. That's perfect. That's the perfect 2 days, Sundays and Fridays, because I don't want to sit up and you know, you try to become a good fan of football. I don't want to sit up and watch this game. I'm not watching the Vikings and Bears. Don't ask for a report.
You never know. It might be it might be the game.
You know what?
That
might be the game of the year, but I'm not watching.
I'll be watching.
I'm a glutton.
I'm a glutton when it comes to football.
I'll stay up till midnight to watch.
This past weekend, I sat there and watched 100. It felt like 100 college football games.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a lot of football this weekend.
I mean, I watched Sunday night, I'm watching the Notre Dame against Miami. Monday, I'm watching North Carolina against TCU.
Yeah.
Me and Dylan was up at game day for Saturday morning, and I think the last game went off at close to midnight. So.
Yeah. But you mentioned hometown kids. I forgot to give a shout out to Elijah Baldwin, went to John Jay. He plays for UTEP. They had a good game. He had a good game. He was redshirted last year, so he actually started this year doing his thing. Got a sack, I believe, and
I also want to shout something else out.
Go ahead.
That's
why I want to make sure.
I meant to say it earlier, but University of Texas Rio Grande Valley had their inaugural game ever this past weekend.
Yeah, they didn't have a
RGV.
Yeah, they didn't have a football team.
They had their first game ever.
First year, right?
Yeah, they won. They won their first game. Bravo to them.
I have to look because I know they recruited him. I don't know if he signed, but one of the Johnson kids that played Wilburn, I think he went there. I think that's where he was going.
I think he did.
I think that's where he was going.
I think he did.
What about our guy Chad from Steele? He's at UTEP. Is he redshirting this year? Do we know?
I didn't even check. I didn't even look.
Elijah Baldwin, how did he do?
He did good. Like I say, he got a sack and I think 2 tackles. I didn't get to watch the whole game because I'm not going to fib to you. It was a lot of football this weekend. A lot of football.
Not for the faint of heart.
But again, the part I did watch, he did real good.
Did they win?
No, they lost. No, they lost. They're what we were as far as talking about UT. We were last year. In reference to playing in that new conference and just not having the guys yet, I think, if I'm correct. They're one of those, I think they're in the Mountain West or something like that conference, I believe.
Right.
West, WAC or something like that. So, yeah. Are we getting a signal to wrap this up?
Yeah, we're ready to wrap this up. We'll go to our final thoughts. Again, want to thank Vic Rodriguez and Southtown 101 for hosting us again. This wonderful studio here. Thank you, Vic.
Waiting on Vic to give us a.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Okay, Vic, like, hey, man, y'all doing my job.
Vic's ignoring us. What are you watching on YouTube over there, Vic?
Naomi Osaka's playing right now.
Oh my goodness! Now all right. I like Naomi Osaka.
She's doing her thing.
Yeah. Go Naomi.
Go ahead. Final thoughts, Chad.
Final thoughts. I wish all these high school games, all the players, good luck this weekend. It's going to be a really good weekend of finishing up. We got one more week of non-conference play. So looking forward to a fun weekend of high school football and a big game for my Sooners on Saturday.
There you go. That's a big one. Hey, man.
A big one.
And then, we forgot to do also give us your pick.
My pick is I'm picking the OU.
OU game. Okay.
You're gonna pick them every week?
Okay. Yeah, he probably will.
This is the first time I picked him.
He probably will.
I'm. You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing I just accused you of. I'm taking UTSA over Texas State
again.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna pick them until they win. UTSA over Texas State. I believe in them.
Yeah. What's your final thoughts?
You didn't pick.
No, I know. I'm looking right now. I'm picking a real game. I'm gonna pick a game.
Texas State or UTSA is a real game.
No, I mean I'm gonna pick a tough one.
Okay.
You know what? I enjoy because it made me have to watch somewhat of Ohio State and Texas game. You know what I'm saying? So
the Iowa State game.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go to what I know because I can easily pick Texas versus San Jose State.
That's not.
You know what I'm saying? I can easily do that, or I can pick Oregon versus Oklahoma State. I can definitely pick that. That's easy.
That's an easy one.
That's an easy one. But we're gonna go a little bit harder And I definitely don't want to pick Penn State versus FIU, Florida International University. We don't want to do that. We want to go
Drew Aller, baby,
to something that's going to, again, top 25 possibly. See what's out here, and I'm gonna go. Ooh, I'm gonna go. What grabs my attention right away was that Baylor and SMU, and SMU is favorite. Ooh. Yeah, SMU's favorite.
Who you got?
We got one of our guys at SMU.
Yeah, we do. Lance Beagley.
Yep,
he was redshirter last year. He's playing this year.
The quarterback from Johnson went to SMU.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Chad. That's the best game. Michigan, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that or Iowa State, Iowa.
I don't know nothing about those games.
Are you picking Oklahoma or are you picking Michigan?
Oklahoma.
All right. I'm still gonna go with UTSA over Texas State.
I'm supposed to, my blood, is a Big Ten. I'm supposed to pick Big Blue, but I'm good.
Well, my final
I want to go for the win.
Yeah, well, my final thoughts are as I sit there on Sunday morning eating my barbacoa tacos with a Big Red, getting ready for NFL football games, I'm going to say, as a Cowboy fan, I will not be shamed into the this is our year thing. Because, like I said, 32 teams, their fan bases should all think this is our year. So I don't care who you root for, whether you root for the Browns, you root for the Cowboys, you root for the Eagles, whether you root for the Texans, any team you root for, go into the season thinking this is our year. Because if so, what are you even watching for if you're not rooting for your team to go all the way? So hope springs eternal. This is the 1 week right now where everybody's undefeated. So go in, Browns, this is your year. Detroit, this is your year.
It's their year.
Yes.
Miami, this is your year. Dallas, Philly, whoever, this is our year, Dallas. All right. And not because this is our year, the annoying way the haters do it, but it's just because if you're not rooting for your team to win, why are you watching? That's my final thoughts.
That's a good one. And again, it's y'all year, so go for it. I have something. It's really simple. It's really a shout out to one of my guys I served with when I was in the military back at Fort Hood. His son is actually a Ranger. Just graduated this week, and he's finishing up. Make sure I get it right. Ranger School. So again, I don't know those who don't know or do know about the military. Ranger School is one of the elite groups of men and women that serve and go out and do a lot of special things for us. And so I just want to give his son a shout out, George Candelari III. His dad nickname when we was serving with us, we used to call him Candyman. He was a candy man for us, Not that he gave us candy or anything. I don't know why the hell they named that shit.
Candyman could be the boogeyman.
Exactly. He have a bunch of names for it. I don't know why we named it that, but that's his name. Because his name was Candelari. We didn't want to call him that, so we called him Candyman.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so we called him Candy. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to his son. That's again who just graduates on Friday, Ranger School, and he's the third. So shout out to him, and again, I wish him the best, and keep protecting us and keeping us safe, young man. We appreciate you
for sure.
Awesome.
And that's all I have, man.
That's all you have, huh?
That's it.
Well,
man.
We got one more sleep until the guy that shares my birthday, July 29th. Dak Prescott takes the field tomorrow against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be watching it. I know you'll be watching it. You'll be watching the high school game tomorrow. We'll have all the wrap-ups of high school, college, and NFL week 1 next week on our show. Join us then.
Yes.
And until then, for all the high school players out there, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll be among the stars.
Yes, you will.
For sure.
Super Sports Media, we're out.
Oh, we did not like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, follow. Hey, man, that's it.